Love city living? Singapore Property Show presents stunning developments in the core central region. The ultimate in luxurious living with access to the best high-end restaurants and boutiques right in the heart of town. Experience stunning 4D virtual tours of these properties and get expert advice on property investments at our webinars. It's all happening at sps2021.99.co. Register now. The Singapore Property Show 2021 is proudly organised by MediaCorp and our esteemed partners.
Bearing the brunt of worsening global warming.
As we see the whole landscape changing, it is really impacting our way of life.
Can we reduce our carbon footprint to fight climate change?
We're doing our bit to not rely so much on the coal-fired power stations to power what we do in our house.
Are the steps we're taking really enough? CNA correspondent fighting climate change. Friday on CNA.
This is Game Oji-san.
I make YouTube videos. While he does bespoke carpentry, I get up close with a new generation of local craft people.
Whatever it took to become a woodworker, I think I did it.
Starting with a furniture artisan.
If you are a CEO, the desk represents you.
Where I keep all my fingers? Handmade Tales, a brand new series, Sunday on CNA.
This segment is brought to you by Xeon Corporation.
Sri Lanka is stepping up efforts to put out a fire on a container ship off the coast of Colombo. The Singapore-flagged vessel has been burning for 6 days. All 25 crew members, as well as firefighters, have been evacuated from the ship. This followed after an explosion yesterday. 2 people have been injured. Several containers tumbled into the sea. The Express Pearl was carrying cosmetics and chemicals, including 25 tons of nitric acid. It was anchored off the Colombo harbour when it caught fire. India has sent ships and an aircraft to help with the firefighting efforts. Owner of the Express Pearl, Singapore-based Express Feeders, says that it's working closely with Sri Lankan authorities to save the vessel and that cargo. It says specialised firefighting equipment from Europe has arrived and will be used in efforts to salvage the ship and its cargo. The company confirms that there are no Singaporeans among the crew. It has informed the crew's family members of the incident and will keep them updated. Express Feeders is also in touch with customers about the status of the ship's cargo. It says that it will share more once the fire has been put out and the ship is stabilised. In other regional news, powerful cyclone Yas has hit India, killing at least 2 people and uprooting many, many lives. Howling winds and huge waves slammed the east coast of the country that's already been stricken with COVID-19.
Devastation laid bare as a powerful cyclone battered eastern India. Tens of thousands of homes have been destroyed, trees uprooted, with villages underwater. Towns were swamped by waves the height of a double-decker bus. Cyclone Yas made landfall in Odisha state, packing wind gusts of up to 140 kilometers. It's the second major storm to ravage the country in less than 2 weeks. More than 1.5 million people in Odisha and neighboring West Bengal had to flee to shelters, but their hopes of returning home are fading fast.
যে গরু ছাগল সবাই আছে আমরাও আছি মানুষজন দেখুন আপনারা চলুন ওটা আপনারা দেখুন পুরো গ্রাম ভেসে যাচ্ছে
Nearly 5,000 disaster workers have been sent out with aid in the 2 states. The cyclone is a double blow for millions in India as there is no respite from COVID-19. Several vaccination centers in threatened areas had to suspend operations, while in emergency shelters, maintaining social distancing measures remains a major challenge.
Taiwan is further tightening restrictions under its level 3 virus alert. Violators of mask wearing and business closure rules will be penalized. Restaurants can't offer dine-in services. Weddings and funerals, along with all religious activities, are suspended. Taiwan has reported more than 600 new domestic COVID-19 cases. It's struggling to inoculate residents, blaming China for blocking vaccine deals. Only about 1% of Taiwan residents are vaccinated. Taiwan is now 2 weeks into its strictest virus restrictions yet. Australian authorities are keeping a watchful eye on Victoria as the state reports 6 new COVID-19 infections. The total tally of the latest Melbourne outbreak now is 15. All of the cases carry the highly transmissible variant first detected in India.
It's good that everyone is linked at this stage, but we are concerned about the number and also about the kind of exposure sites. And the next 24 hours are going to be critical if we're going to have to make any further changes beyond the changes that we announced yesterday.
Authorities are rushing to test and trace across the city of 5 million and avoid another lockdown. They say that the number of new infections are expected to continue emerging in the next few days. Thousands of Australian rules football fans have been told to self-isolate and get tested. They'd attended the same match as an infected spectator in Melbourne. Residents in South Korea who received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine can head outdoors without masks from July. Now, this is one of many incentives that authorities have announced to encourage more people to take the jab. Other benefits from July include exemption from capacity limits at religious facilities and access to community and welfare centres for seniors with fewer restrictions. Officials also plan to lift the 8-people gathering ban for direct family members who've had their first dose. South Korea launched its public vaccination campaign in February. It wants to achieve herd immunity by November, but the campaign has stalled due to a shortage of vaccine supplies globally. The country is battling an infection surge as new cases jump to a 2-week high. More than 700 new cases have been reported. Still to come, 2 children put in the custody of their relative after their mother gets arrested in a drug bust. The national football team makes history to compete overseas since the pandemic started.
It's a human catastrophe of epic proportions. Thousands are dying every day in India as it battles the raging coronavirus crisis.
हमारे सामने उन्होंने दम तोड़ा, हम कुछ नहीं कर पाए. मेरी वाइफ चली गई, मेरे दोनों ब्रदर इन लॉ गए और मदर इन लॉ एक्सपायर्ड हो गई.
Has India lost control of the pandemic?
If you step out right now, you step out to die.
India's COVID catastrophe. Insight, Thursday on CNA.
COVID-19 has prompted us to reflect on what we have been doing. People are really asking themselves what really matters. The KPMG CEO Outlook is an annual survey that we do. So post-COVID, a lot more CEOs are taking this opportunity to rethink about what the organization's purpose is. And the alignment of purpose or what the organization stands for is really important. There is this moving ahead together with trust between the business and their customers. And with trust, all of us can emerge from the crisis stronger. So in KPMG, we attest to the reliability of financial information. And with that, it inspires confidence when people make decisions based on the information that we've tested to. And we're really excited about the future of KPMG, which will be technology and data-driven.
I'm getting my COVID-19 vaccine.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
And documenting all my side effects.
Bam! The soreness set in.
But with cases of infection among those who are vaccinated, how protected am I?
Now what we're seeing are actually mutants, which are quite different from the original strand.
Talking Point, Friday 9:30 p.m. on CNA.